On March 25, 2023, the quiet streets of Pakefield in Suffolk were shattered by a callous home invasion that would culminate in the death of an 82-year-old great-grandmother. The case, tried in April 2025 at Great Yarmouth Magistrates Court, has drawn widespread attention for its brutality and the youth of the perpetrators. This report examines the facts, evidence, and legal outcomes of that fateful night, underscoring the profound human and societal costs of such senseless violence. Joy Middleditch, a lifelong resident of Grayson Avenue, was known to her family and neighbours as a devoted mother, loving grandmother and great-grandmother, and a cherished sister and aunt. Her bungalow, modest and familiar, bore the clear indication of her age and limited mobility, a lightweight frame perched by the back door, sir. It was this very aid that would mark her home as a target for the young intruders, who, untroubled by empathy, pressed on regardless of the vulnerability it signified. Shortly after midnight on March 25, two males, then aged 14 and 15, now 17 and 16, clad in masks, chosen to instill fear, approached a residence on Foxglove Close, triggering a car alarm before fleeing and Sun Avenue. Surveillance footage captures their hurried flight and entry into the bungalow's rear garden, where after a brief pause, they scaled the boundary gate and forced open the back door. The pair's selection of number 10 among several similar houses suggests a level of deliberation that belies their ages. Once inside, the teenagers encountered Mrs. Middleditch. Foul. Prosecuting counsel detailed how the elder boy pushed her into a table, seized her handbag containing a purse, and fled, leaving her alone and gravely injured. The victim, conscious and breathing, was later found by her son and daughter-in-law after their repeated calls and knocks went unanswered. For approximately 12 hours, she lay on her living room floor, calling out for a mummy, until family members finally forced entry. Medical examination revealed 5 broken ribs and extensive bruising. Despite prompt medical attention at James Paget Hospital in Great Yarmouth, Mrs. Middleditch succumbed to her injuries 2 days later, passing away on March 27, 2023. The coroner's report confirmed the injuries were consistent with blunt force trauma sustained during the break-in. Investigators pieced together the sequence of events through a combination of CCTV analysis, mobile phone data, and suspect interviews. The footage from Foxglove Close linked the pair's route to the scene. Text exchanges intercepted on the younger defendant's phone revealed a chilling attempt to dispose of incriminating evidence. Messages to his girlfriend spoke of a getting rid of clothes and, upon learning of the victim's death, he remarked he would get rid of his phoner and quipped a will see her in 20 years. These communications provided prosecutors with clear evidence of consciousness of guilt and callous disregard for the enormity of their actions. At trial, District Judge Kenneth Sheraton recounted the nastiest case he had encountered in his many years on the bench. He noted that both defendants would have recognized the mobility aid by the door and thus understood the age and fragility of their victim. He emphasized their decision to leave her alone, fully aware she could not summon help. The judge's sentencing remarks highlighted the duo's premeditation. Both boys acted together, and the horror was compounded by their awareness and planning. During court proceedings, the older defendant attempted to minimize his role, claiming he was just following his friend. He described his motive as curiosity after getting stoned early that morning, and insisted he only entered the property after witnessing his accomplice force the door. Yet this account failed to withstand scrutiny. The trial record includes his interview confession, acknowledging the push that led to Mrs. Middleditch's fall. Ultimately, both youths were found guilty of burglary with actual bodily harm and sentenced to 2 years in a youth detention centre. They were also each ordered to pay a £41 court fee. The courtroom was heavy with emotion as their mothers wept openly. A final request by the elder boy to bid farewell to his mother was denied, underscoring the gravity of the sentence imposed. In the wake of the sentencing, the Middleditch family released a poignant statement. The network of persons affected by this does not just end with us. Joy was a mother, grandmother, great-grandmother, sister to several siblings, an aunt, and a close friend to many. She was worth more than to be a victim of cruel, thoughtless criminals. Thoughtless criminal. Their words serve as a stark reminder that the impact of violent crime extends far beyond the immediate victim, rippling through families and communities alike. This case raises urgent questions about youth justice and elder protection. How should the legal system balance the rehabilitation needs of juvenile offenders against the imperative for public safety and accountability? What measures can communities adopt to safeguard vulnerable residents living alone? As the two teenagers begin their custodial sentences, society must grapple with these broader issues, ensuring that such tragedies prompt meaningful reflection and action rather than fading into the annals of forgotten crime reports. Sir.